The problem with this is that it will focus on the clouds and not on the moon. So we're gonna have to wait to clear this out. I'm actually at the garden right now and I'm waiting for the full moon to appear. We were not able to get the full moon rising because of the clouds, and still the clouds are there. So this is the camera that we're using. This is the P900 by Nikon with 83 times zoom. So we're gonna take some videos and photos of the moon. I'm just gonna wait here until it appears. So this is the moon covered with this a bit thin kind of clouds. And our electric cables are being shut here, so I'm gonna have to move. Still can't focus on the moon right now because it's covered with clouds. This camera is reaching around 2000 millimeter. It is a super zoom camera. Now I can go as near as this, but unfortunately I could not focus. So let's wait for the clouds to disappear. Let's zoom out right now. And there you go. Actually you can see the clouds pretty well. It's nice actually. I'm gonna have to move on an area where there's no cables. So the camera is set on a tripod, and this is my garden table. This is the garden, but probably you can see it. The light is too harsh. In the meantime, I borrowed this torch from my garden. This is my solar torch, and so you can see my face and I'm talking. It's kinda difficult to wait for the clouds to go away, so perhaps we're gonna stay here much longer. It's not clearing up yet, but it's going to the thin part of it, and there's a space between those group of clouds. It will appear a little bit, but it won't be the whole part of it won't be whole. If I zoom in digitally, it would look like this. It's not looking good with the iPhone. The clouds are so slow right now. Now, with this camera you can even go closer, as close as this. So we're almost landed on the moon. This is the closest that I can get with this camera, including the digital zoom plus the 2000 millimeter natural focal length. So there it is. This is the normal 24 millimeter. Perhaps you can see my hands there. I'll try to zoom if I can focus in between those group of clouds. It's having difficulty focusing. Yeah, it's focusing right now. So we are able to get the top of the moon. Tonight is the full moon. Here in Japan. I'm not sure if there is a time for it to show the fullest, but tonight, it will be the full moon. There. It has appeared finally. Now you can see the Sea of Tranquility on the left side. And hopefully we are going to be able to find something interesting in the face of the moon. But it's coming to the clouds again. Yeah, it's getting through the next group of clouds. We were able to focus. See the crater over there. It's amazing how you can reach such distance with this camera. Now I'm gonna get the lower bottom. That's it. There was one time I was shooting the one like this and a plane actually passed by in between the camera and the moon, so it looked fantastic. I think you can see it in my previous videos. Okay, it's on the group. Second group of clouds again. Let's go back. That's it. So the moon is about to come out of that group of clouds. So I'm gonna have to zoom in a little bit. Let's see if we can focus and we can get a good video of the moon. Still the cloud covering it is taking away our focus. Remember that if you use the super zoom camera, the slightest of the movement can actually shake the camera because of the distance. So if it's blowing, the wind is blowing, you can see the picture stutter a little bit. See? I just touched the camera and it moved like it's shaking the moon. So I'm gonna have to follow the moon going up. There, a slight change, and it's like finally it's about to get out of that part where it's being covered. Hopefully it will take more time outside of the clouds, though a bigger covering of clouds is approaching. Now I'm focusing because it's getting out. Let's try to focus. Now it's getting there. and the focus is quite okay, but the camera is a little shaking. There's a little wind. There is the moon coming out of the clouds. Now I'm not touching the camera at all, but still there is shake. There is shaking. Now it's finally out. Okay, and got it. Now I'm gonna have to adjust a little bit, so bear with me. It's gonna be a little shaky because I'm going to adjust. There you go. So let's keep it here. So I let go of the camera, and oh goodness, it's losing the moon. So you can see part of the moon here on the right side of it. It's actually not the camera moving, but the moon is rising that fast. It's amazing. See, it's rising so fast. The camera is steady, it's not moving, but the moon is rising so fast. There's a little wind. Now the camera is shaking a little bit, slightly, and you can feel it. Now the moon is getting over. So it's moving that fast. That's strange. So finally, I'm gonna have to adjust the camera so we can take the whole shot of the moon. There you go, letting go. Okay. I'm not going to touch the camera or the tripod, but it continuously taking videos, so you can see the rising of the moon is quite fast. Now it's going over the frame again. It's really fast. Do you see that? It's just amazing. So there again. Now I'm gonna have to take a picture of this, so I'm gonna put off the camera. So the moon is getting on to another set of cloud covering, and it's gonna be huge. It will be covered for about an hour or so, looking at this. So probably we'll just take some videos of it and then call this off. Gonna be a big covering, so if I wanted to see you what I'm talking about, I think you can see it in a little while. That's it. So that is just a piece of the clouds upcoming. The others you cannot see it because it is just being glared by the moon. Yeah, but yeah, it's getting in the clouds, and probably we're not gonna focus anymore. Yeah, it's quite difficult to focus now. I can focus now. So some thin piece of clouds are actually there now on top of the moon. So it's already inside those clouds. So no UFO hunting because of those clouds are there so thick. If I'm going to show you how thick those clouds are. So that's it, and it's gonna be up to the area there, so it's quite long. I'm gonna have to finish this off maybe.